Well, let's say you've released. Let me count. 7 albums now. Well, the previous album was Chase This Light. What made you decide to go back to work with Mark Trombino again? Because I think he did 2 albums, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mark he's really good. I've always felt like he's one of the better people out there making records.
Why? What makes him for you?
Just, I don't know. I can say that based on our experience working with him.
Yeah, but you've also worked with other big producers.
Yeah.
With Vic, for example.
Yeah.
What makes him good for you?
Well, I think because he's really good with computers, and for the way we wanted to make this record, it was basically, we set out to make it like us working in our space in Arizona, and then we would take work on a song up to a point where we felt we were just stuck, and then we would send the whole session to him in LA, and then we would keep working on like another song, and during that time he would do a mix, and then maybe add some production ideas like keyboard stuff that was to represent maybe try guitar in this section here, or he would add like percussion or something and send it back to us.
He also had really cool arrangement ideas, I think for us, just he was really good for this record just because, like Jim said, the way we wanted to make it, we needed the most help mixing the record, and we knew that Mark could do that. He works at his house, so he mixes records at his house all the time. So we knew he could do that there, and based on our experience with Mark on previous records, we knew he could help us in other ways too. So it was just, we worked kind of remotely. He was in California and we were in Arizona, and there's not a lot of people that well enough and trust enough to do that, and just because of our experience with Mark, I think for some weird reason, just our music and his insight into the music is a good mix. Oh, sorry. For some weird reason, I think his production style and insight is good for our music.
But can you say that now the circle is round, because he produced several albums, but the last, I think 2 or 3 albums he didn't do. I think it was his last album was Bleed American. He did was 9 years ago. It was for you some sort of return to.
We made Static Prevails, Clarity, and Bleed American with Mark, and I think that one of the reasons why working with Mark on Invented was successful is I think we had some time away. I think it's easy to kind of as a band and a producer, if you're doing the projects over and over kind of the same way, you can kind of collectively get in a rut. And I think in a way, I think that's kind of started happening. And so, no matter who it is, it could be the best producer ever, and you can work with them, and then over time it just kind of maybe things, just because you're all the same people in the same room, things get a little stale. And I think for during Invented, it was nice because I think we had time away to make records with other people, and Mark has gone on to work and do his thing, and so coming back it was more fresh.
So now 2 more albums with him.
We'll see. I don't know.
You never know.
Jim, for you a question. Can you describe the first photograph you saw of Cindy Sherman?
Yeah, I think it was probably, oh gosh, what number is it? I don't know. I would
just describe it maybe.
Yeah, well, Cindy Sherman, she shoots, I guess the work that I saw, I came to see first was probably her Untitled Film Stills series, the black and white, where she casts herself as the main character in all of them, just in different situations and different mostly around New York. She'll just make herself in character in a specific scene with maybe props or maybe not. yeah, just, you know, it's this composed, cinematic kind of look, but, you know, a fictional kind of place.